you're getting things done. 22 extra base hits already, 9 bombs. I'm saying to myself, I hit 9 bombs as a utility guy. That's like a phenomenal. You're the best utility guy in the game. That was his April. I want to dive into like your switch hitter. I don't know if you put in the same amount of time, both sides of the plate. You're certainly seeing a heck of a lot more right-handers, so I would think you're more concerned about your left-handed approach. But you tell me, you're showing up tonight to the yard, you got Syndergaard on the mound. Do you even entertain swinging from the right side during batting practice at all?
I might do some flips on the right side.
Just a little flip.
Just get it loose, just in case you bring a lefty in.
So whatever that day calls for, that's who. So
what they'll work on. Yeah.
If you're facing a lefty, if Matz is throwing in this series, you're not even.
I'll take like some flips or 1 round in BP on the left side and just focus on the right side that day.
So take us on behind the scenes a little bit inside the cage with Kevin Seitzer. What is Ozzie? Everyone does things a little bit differently. I was a huge T guy, front flip guy, and then I went into BP. And when I was scuffling, I liked the curveball machine. But what's I'm sure Mikey liked a few different things as well, but what are you working on?
I work on my left side. I just work on hitting from the tee, line drive to shortstop.
Do you move the tee around? Are you manipulating it high, low?
Just my hip, just around my hip, and just try to hit the ball straight to shortstop the whole time.
And then you do any?
When I'm loose, I go flips. Same thing, shortstop, shortstop, shortstop.
Everything
Everything.
Directed?
So I want to go deeper. Shortstop, why? Because you want to stay
through the ball.
Through the ball.
Always.
Directed
I want my sweet spot of the bat is best, always in the zone. I don't want to come off. Every time I come off during the game is a
ground ball.
Let's dive in a little bit. We got a nice side angle of him, Ozzie hitting left-handed. I mean, no big deal. You're fighting for your life, freezing.
Yeah, this is just like back home, right? This is just like back home.
Not even close.
We'll show a side angle right after this swing right here. Because you got a lot of moving parts, so pause it for me. There's a lot of moving parts in this swing. You start your hands, you're rocking your hands, so take me through your swing. How did you get to this point? Were you a toe tapper in the minor leagues, leg kicker?
I was a big leg kicker.
Huge
I used to
leg
hit
kick.
my leg to my elbow.
Come on.
Yes, I used to do this.
And
all the time.
They tried to talk. Oh, you used to actually hit it?
I hit it all the time. And
were you trying to do that?
No, just regular.
Really?
Yes.
To generate power?
I mean, I'm still not a power hitter. that's the way I was.
You're not? You got
You and Pete, they teach that in Curacao to say we're not power hitters, but we go deep every other day.
All right, so you get to the big leagues. Who gets you to kind of temper the leg kick down a little bit?
When I saw more like the pitchers was better, the pitchers are, when they see your weak part, they go there the most. So I had to shut it up and try to put the ball in play. So that's why I shut it up and it's just more.
Pause it. So talk about, rack it back to where his hands, the separation of his hands, because he was saying something in the break. Working with Kevin Seitzer, some of the things he believes in, the Braves hitting coach.
I used to be in front, and I wasn't getting the separation I needed to be ready to attack the ball. So I was always like kind of rushing. So now I'm back. I'm more like separating, just ready to see the pitch, recognize it, and whack it.
Because a lot of guys say that Donaldson talks about the rubber band effect. They want to walk away. I heard Eric Hosmer, I want to almost walk away. Casey says it. That didn't work for, I loaded down. I don't know how you went about it.
No, for me, down was really worrisome for me. Because I felt like if I was down, then I just went straight up. So my biggest thing was my top hand. Since I was always such a big pull hitter, that's why I love what he says about the cage the other way, because my cage work, even with a pull hitter, was all right center. Because I felt like if I was dialed in on that swing, the pull's always going to be there because that's what I've done my whole life. What I love about this, can we go back, let's go back like a couple frames. Is that possible?
Absolutely.
This is what I love. Look at, so he's in the middle of his stride right now. And then as we move forward, just notice his head. So he's the head stride down all the way through contact. And what I love.
Move.
Yes, that's what I love. So you mentioned moving parts. And that's okay. Everyone's different. Like, I was always so jealous of Albert Pujols because I saw him go like this, and it looked like he tapped like this, and he was ready to explode. I couldn't do that. It's just my trigger. So when I look at Ozzie's swing from the left side, there is a nice load, a big separation, but the head is key. It's like load, 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 load. When we explode, the head starts here, and stays here. And I think that's outstanding if some young hitters are looking at this and saying, hey, we can generate the separation you need to be able to get yourself into a position to do damage, which I think ultimately is what we all want to do. But that head's got to stay still, because as you start
stop it right there,
blowing forward, man, you make 92 look like 97. Sliders look nastier. Is that something head-wise that you make a conscious effort to say, hey, we got to keep that in one spot?
Yeah, when I started the year this year, I was a little tall in my stance, and I was trying to go low and swing, so I was moving a lot. I wasn't seeing it that good. So I told myself, and I worked with Cy. Cy told me, you used to be different last year. You used to be more in your legs. So since then, I was more in my legs, and everything was keeping us, like, everything was from there attacking. I wasn't doing the movement a lot.
You were talking about your leg right here. Where'd you want to go with that?
I mean, where I'm at now, I like it there. I used to be way higher.
Yeah, I would too.
No higher than that.
No higher than that.
Completely locked in.
Yeah, no higher than that.
Look at the Phillies guys looking at you like, who's this rookie coming up here with all this swagger, hitting bombs?
So, Ozzie, flip us around. Just right-handed. Is it a very different? Were you naturally a right-handed hitter?
Yes,
and then
I
you
am.
Switched?
I am.
Because that for me is a big adjustment, because of the number of at-bats you're going to get left-handed versus righty. So when you're on the right side, are you?
Oh, wait.
Oh, we got
right side. That's a big leg kick. Really big leg kick. I'm always.
Because that's what you're used to. That's what you did when you were 7 years old. Yeah,
life,
that's interesting. That's really interesting
I
to see.
do the big leg kick that side.
Same thought process. I was watching that game. You didn't know if that was going to stay fair.
No, it started foul and came back in. The wind was extremely hard that
See,
day.
fast guys can get away with that, D-Row. Slow guys got to get out of the box, or else it's just a single.
Yeah, I mean, right side, I pull the ball more. But I always work, stay through it. And in the game, it's just see it and hit it.
Do you worry about, and not to steal your question, but before we dive into second base, we were talking about exit velocity and launch angle. You guys concern yourself with that?
I mean, we talk about it, but I don't put myself to worry about stuff like that. I just, like I said, I go out there.
See and hit it.
Yeah, see it and hit it.
All right, real quick, for lack of actually having second base, I want to talk to you because I came up a shortstop. Mikey Lowell came up shortstop, second base.
Well, yeah, in college. Yeah, that's all I played. Yeah.
When I moved over to second base, Glenn Hubbard was the Braves coach, longtime second baseman, and we talked about making sure you got to second base with the left foot, right? Left foot, and then everything was a small C.
Yeah.
And it was, back here, boom. I wanted to come across, boom. Now there's no fear of really getting taken out. Like when we had guys like Jason Worth and Preston Wilson, and these guys wanted to really take your life from you. You had to get out of there. But now I want to know kind of what Ron Washington's teaching you on turning the double play.
He's teaching me the same stuff you said, going across, going back. But with the replays nowadays, I got to stay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's very interesting because I think it was get the ball and get it out of there as fast as you can. And here with replay, it's make sure your foot stays on the base.
I always make sure, I'll still try to get out, but when I get out, I'm still on the base.
Really?
Remember,
Replays now.
They're in the neighborhood. And the umpires kind of gave it to the infielders because guys were coming in so hard to take them out that I think they gave them the in the neighborhood. Now, when we got all the super slow-mo cameras, you got to
if I come off a little early, let's say I come off right here and catch the ball, the replay is safe. Error on me, guys on base.
Right.
We can score. They can score. We lose the game.
I could stay here and pick his brain all day.
Great.
Dude, you're killing it. Thank you so much for coming in.
Outstanding work.
Unbelievable.
Braves are fun team
tonight. Thor, get the head out.
I will.